Well, hello everybody. I am so sorry that I have not been vlogging. I haven't done any type of videos, and so please apologize first of all. I'm sorry, and I am back. I know I've probably been saying that a lot too, but a lot has been going on with me, especially over the summer. Which is why I'm making this video. I want to make a video on a vitamin deficiency that I was dealing with, and I just want to share it with you, and maybe if someone else is dealing with anything, going through some of the same symptoms, that they can also get that checked out. But anyway, here we go. And I'm going to try to make this quick because I don't want this to be a long video. First of all, if you're new to my channel, I am Domestic Naturalista. I do videos on natural hair, grocery hauls, planning, vlogging, whatever really comes to mind, but I love to focus on grocery hauls, meal planning, talking about hair, and sometime I'll show you what I'm doing around the house, and just vlogging wherever we may be going. And yes, I have been slacking with that, but I am back, and I also have a new camera. Yay! I've been trying to do that for a long time, so hopefully I can bring you some better content. So now back to the story. So this is a story about B12. So starting the beginning of May, actually May 1st, I started having some weird sensations in my head. It was really crazy. It was tingling feelings. It felt like fluid. It felt like liquid or water just running down my head, like a cold, wet sensation. I felt that for, oh well, I'm still kind of dealing with it, but I felt that for a very long time. But May 1st is when I realized what is going on with my body. So on May 7th, I just went right to the emergency room because I wasn't sure what was going on. It felt like am I having something's leaking in my brain? What is going on? So I went and got a CAT scan. Everything was fine. The doctor said, your brain looks perfect. There's nothing wrong, which I am grateful to God. I thank you, Lord, that everything was fine. But the problem was I'm still having these sensations. What is going on? So then after that, I made an appointment with my doctor. And when I saw her, she decided, sorry, I thought I saw somebody coming. She decided to, she was like, maybe you have a sinus infection. Sometime you may feel that having a sinus infection. So she put me on antibiotics, and she said, okay, if that doesn't work, then we'll get you an MRI. Because, you know, MRI will see more closer to what's going on. Okay. Deep down, I knew I wasn't having a sinus infection. I've had sinus infections before, and I wasn't having any drainage. I did have a little pressure, but okay, doctor, I will take that. So that's what I did. I took the antibiotics for about 8 days, and I realized like, this is not happening. And I could feel like, I thought I was starting to get like yeast infection or something. I mean, I wasn't getting one, but I could just feel like this antibiotic is just creating yeast and taking everything from me. It is not helping. And I'll talk about that probably in another video. But anyway, so yes, I called and I said, look, we need to get an MRI. I need to see what's going on. This is not working. Okay, got the MRI. MRI was great. The only thing they saw was a cyst in my sinuses. So I'm like, okay, that's it. That's what's causing all of this fluid sensation. Okay, great. So referred me to an ENT. Went to the ENT. Now we're in like the beginning of June now. Yes, we're like in the beginning of June. And first of all, I just want to say during this process, I really had to start trusting the Lord for real. It was like, okay, I don't know what's going on with me. I really, and another thing is, like my faith was wavering. I don't know. It felt like I wasn't trusting him like I should have. So I knew that, okay, I'm not going to get better unless I trust you, Lord. And that's what I had to do. So through this whole process, I am praying. I also kept a journal of everything that went on during this time. And guys, it is so amazing. So amazing. But I'm not done. Let me finish the story. So I'm constantly praying through all of this. And, you know, I'm thinking, okay, we found out the problem. Okay, I have a cyst in my sinuses and we need to get that fixed. So went to the ENT, and the doctor looked at me, and he even pulled up my MRI and showed me, like, it's so small, that's not going to do anything. Anybody can have a cyst. If you've had anything, a sinus infection a couple of years ago or whatever, you may have a little cyst. It comes and goes. It's not causing whatever you're dealing with. And I'm like, okay. It's like, that's great, but you know, when you're like, I was experiencing the sensations, I was lightheaded, and like every day I was lightheaded, and I had the tingling all in my head. So after that, I went back to my doctor and told her, and they did blood work on me. And when they called back about my blood work, she did say that my B12 was low, my iron was low. So just take some vitamins, you know, but they still didn't think, okay, that was the issue. And I'm like, okay, I'll just take that. But I wasn't, you know, taking it, you know, constantly. I wasn't consistent with taking it. Every blue moon, I'm like, okay, let me take one, it's low. So I started, I don't know, I just started still trying to research what's going on with me, because at the time, now the doctors are looking at me like, I don't know what's wrong with you, maybe you need to see a neurologist, but I can't help you. And when you hear that from your doctor, you know, like, okay, Lord, you need to help me. I need to depend on you. I need to trust you. You have been trying to get my attention to trust you, and I am still going in every direction but to you. And wow, through this journey, I have learned that I cannot depend on man. I cannot depend on man. I have to depend on Jesus. Jesus is my source. He is going to get me through this. So I think I have in my journal, it was the end of June. Let me see if I can find it. June 28th. I said, it is now close to the end of the month, and I am still dealing with the fluid sensation and heaviness. I trust your word and believe that I will overcome this very soon. I believe July, and look guys, I wrote right here, if you can see, June 28th, it's kind of sloppy, but I believe July will be the month of healing for me. I pray that the doctors can figure this out. At the end of the day, I have to trust you. The other day I was in my car and I felt as if you were speaking to me around lunchtime, which he was speaking to me. I believe that you were saying to trust you, and that this is a test of my faith. You are going to open doors, and in order to receive, I have to have faith. Get ready to do work in the kingdom. And I just feel like I was hearing from the Lord. And so that's what happened on June 28th. And guys, I kid you not, July 1st was when God told me, oh, I don't want to cry, but that's when the Lord told me what was wrong with me. All I could hear, and I was at work, I'll never forget, I was at work It was around like 9 o'clock, and I could hear him say, "It's your B12. It's your B12 that's causing all of this." And the excitement, when I could just feel the spirit over me, the excitement was like, wow, Lord, this whole time it was B12. So I called the doctor because at the time I didn't know my levels, how low my levels were. All I knew was that my B12 was low. She didn't say it was dangerously low. She just said it's low. Take some B12. Okay. So I called and I asked her what was my B12 level. Oh, it's 212. 212. Okay. I'm not really aware of what your B12 levels should be, but when I started doing my research, yes, your B12 level should be at least a good range is 600 to 900 is a very good range. That's kind of where you want to be. And starting in 300s and lower is when you can start getting symptoms. And sure enough, it said weird sensations, head, hands, feet. And during this time, I wasn't having the hands and legs and feet. It was just all in my head and just being dizzy. And I'm like, whoa, that's it. So at the time, I was pretty much done with that doctor because I felt like she had given up on me and like wasn't even trying. So I ended up going to a new doctor. Went to this new doctor the very first day. She did do a MRA just to check. That's to check your blood vessels. It's a little different from an MRI, and of course, I mean, but thank God that was normal. But she gave me a B12 shot right then and there, and I started getting shots twice a week for the whole month of July. I didn't really see any, the symptoms didn't really go away. They actually got worse. So, during this time, I'm like, okay, Lord, you said this is B12, but I still don't feel good. I feel horrible. But I just had to continue to trust him. Oh, and that's what I want to tell you guys. Whatever you may be going through, I know it seems hard. I know it seems rough. Like you're never going to get out of this. But please believe whatever report that was negative that you received. First of all, you don't have to receive it in Jesus' name. But just know that God is with you always. If we just lean on him and not try to do things our way, that he will see you through. He will guide you. Trust me, I am a testimony of that. And sure enough, I kept getting my B12 injections, and sure enough, he has seen me through. I am so much better now. And the thing is, I have learned so much about vitamin deficiencies and how important it is. And the B12 had caused my white blood cells to low, which I didn't even know. The doctor didn't even tell me that. They only said those two things, but I ended up getting the full report online, and God showed me how to do that. It was on my portal and I didn't even realize it. But anyway, my white blood cells were low, my red blood cells were low, and the B12 was causing all of this. It's crazy, but thank God that he showed me, because there are people that go for many years. They don't realize it's a B12 deficiency, and the doctors diagnose them with other issues like MS, because that has similar symptoms. And it's just crazy what can happen. So I encourage you to research all of that if you feel that maybe you could have that. And now the question was, okay, why am I B12 deficiency? What is going on with me? But I realized some of the people that watch my grocery hauls, you probably noticed I do not purchase a lot of meat. I purchase it for my family, but I wasn't eating meat often. I was eating fish every now and then, but it wasn't enough. And I wasn't taking any supplements. And also in some of my hair videos, I also talked about, I felt like my hair was different in certain areas, like that it was breaking off. It was very brittle in certain areas, and I'm still kind of dealing with it, but we're gonna get this hair. Oh, now I'm not even looking at the camera, I'm looking at my hair. But we're gonna get this hair back into shape. It's getting there, but we're gonna get it back. And that's another video. But yes, so the brittle, the breakage, it was the vitamin deficiency, and I knew something was going on. So in January is when I started taking the multivitamin. I was taking Garden of Life multivitamins, but when you're deficient, it's a little too late to try to take a multivitamin. You need a supplement, because the multivitamin, it doesn't necessarily helps your deficiencies. So yeah, that wasn't working. But anyway, I am doing good. I'm still dealing with I'm dealing with the tingleness and sensations. It's not as bad. It's not as bad at all. And everything is going well for me. Thank you, Jesus. I'm feeling a lot better. So yes, I know I'm all over the place, and I didn't do my homework. I didn't write everything down before I started this video, because I was just so excited to just be back and to share what has been going on with me. But yeah, that's it. I am eating meat now. I do try to make sure my meat is organic, wild caught. I eat wild caught sardines. I buy the Wild Planet brand, but I eat the sardines 3 times a week with dark green leafy greens, chickpeas, pumpkin seeds, red bell peppers, avocado. Guys, it's actually pretty good when you mix it all together. I'm telling you. And then you get all your vitamins and nutrients. It's awesome. So I eat that for lunch 3 times a week, and every now and then we'll have fish for dinner, or I'll do organic chicken thighs, and you'll be seeing some of that on my grocery hauls now. I am eating meat now because I do not want this to ever happen again. I'm also taking, while on this journey, I found out that I was vitamin D deficient as well. So I'm also on a vitamin D3 supplement, and I'm still on my iron supplement as well. And I do the B12. I do like the 5,000 milligrams. My B12 levels are great. I'm actually not deficient in anything anymore, but I still would like to get my iron and my vitamin D levels at a good optimum level. So that's what I'm working on now. And yes, that's really my story. If you have any questions, you can please drop them down in the comments below, and I will answer you. But yes, I just wanted to share that, because I know people go through things and have weird symptoms and don't necessarily know. So please check your B12. I know doctors sometimes don't even put your B12 on your blood work, so you never know. I did. He was with me. Thank God that I listened to him and I stayed in prayer. I wasn't on social media for the whole summer. I also listened to podcasts. I love Elevation. The podcast, oh, it ministered to me, and I still listen to it. It's so good. So when you are in going through a season, not a very good season, I mean, you know, you're going through a trial, you have to get into his word. That's the only way you're going to come out of this. You have to be in his word. You have to make time to pray and just meditate on him. And you have to block all of the other things that are around you, social media, you know, just garbage. Social media is not all garbage, let me not say that, but you know what I'm talking about. So your mind can stay focused on him, because you don't want anything to distract you while you're going through your season, you know, while you're going through your trial. And he will come through. And I kept everything in this journal, and it's amazing. I still go back and look at it to see where I've come from and see how God has helped me through. I actually been writing in this journal since 2000. It's amazing. I have been writing in this journal since 2009. So just to see everything that God has done. Of course, I mean, I do slack a lot in this journal, but then I'll pick it back up. But it's amazing. So yeah, I'm going to stop this video now because it is like over 20 minutes and I'm going to have to edit. So love you guys, and I'll be doing a grocery haul soon, so please make sure you subscribe if you're not. Subscribe and like and share, and hopefully I can be a blessing to you, and then you can be a blessing to someone else sharing this video. Thank you. Bye.